everyone and welcome to the Sad Realm. Today we're going to showcase my Melffy Deck Profile that I managed to finish first place with at my non-metal locals. This is the pure version of the deck, meaning that we rely more on the Melffy cards rather than Tri-Brigade or Dogmatica cards. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like or subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Now let's dive right into the deck profile. We'll start things off with Melffy Puppy. We play 3 copies of this card. This is a card that we want to see in our opening hand, since it acts as an interruption during our opponent's turn, usually floating into Kalintosa, which can destroy a card on the field. Keep in mind that all the Melffy cards are susceptible to us, but if you have multiple Melffys on the field, you can chain block their effects and have them resolve. Then we play 2 copies of Melffy Catty. This is another amazing Melffy card that it can search as any beast that we need. We usually search for Alpha, the Master of Beasts, or Rescue Cat, which can extend our plays. And then we have the last 2 Melffys in the main deck, Melffy Fanny and Melffy Pony. Melffy Fanny can special summon any beast from our hand, while Melffy Pony can retrieve one level 2 or lower beast from the graveyard. Their effects can be very situational, that's why we only play 2 copies of each one. Then we play 3 copies of the best card in the deck, Rescue Cat. Rescue Cat is the best starter for the deck, since we can tribute it to special summon 2 level 3 or lower beasts from the deck, meaning that we can special summon any pair of level 2 monsters to go into our exist plays, or we can choose to go into Mind Mold and Valeriform, so we can special summon Naturia Beast. Next, we have a really divisive card for the Melffy community, and that's Nimble Beaver. When you normal summon the card, you can special summon another copy either from the deck or the graveyard. If we decided to run a Tri-Brigade package, we can completely skip this card, but in this version of the deck I tried to run more traps instead of Nimble Beaver and it didn't pay off. Next, we run 3 copies of Kalintosa, Mythical Beast of the Forest. This is the best interruption in the deck, since we can special summon it either with Puppy or with Fanny if we have it in our hand. Play 3 copies of the card, since we heavily rely on it to interrupt our opponent. We also play 1 copy of Mind Mold and 1 copy of Hopier Squadron. Usually special summon Mind Mold using Rescue Cat's effect, and once it uses synchro material, we can draw a card. On the other hand, Hopier Squadron is a great interruption during our opponent's turn, since we can use it to immediately synchro summon using another monster we have on the field, and we usually special summon Herald of the Arclight. As for the last level 2 beast we play in our deck, we play 2 copies of Valeriform, Mythical Beast of the Forest. Valeriform has the ability to discard the card, so we can special summon a level 2 beast from the graveyard, meaning that we can special summon either Kalintosa to disrupt our opponent, and after that we can either synchro summon or go into our exist plays. Then we also play a single copy of Dino Wrestler Pankratops. This is a great card going second that allows us to deal with our opponent's powerful threats while also being able to destroy a card on the field. Highly recommend running this card if you have the space for it. And the last powerful card we play is Alpha, the Master of Beasts. This is an amazing card going second that we can search with Catty, and we can deal with the problematic cards our opponent controls. Keep in mind that we have many beasts in our deck, meaning that we can utilize the effect of Alpha at its full potential. Let's jump right to the hand drop lineup. We run triple copies of Cyframe Gear Gamma and the 1 copy of Cyframe Driver. It's an amazing hand drop, either going first or going second, and it acts as an ass bait because your opponent would use ass on your Rescue Cat effect or on your Obedient Skull effect. You will not control any monsters at that point, you can activate Gamma and go on with your combos. Also, keep in mind that Gamma is a level 2 body that you can use for your exist plays. Next hand drop of choice is Troll and Logbird. This is a great hand drop that can shut down certain strategies and allow us to auto-K them in the following turn, since they are usually forced to end on a subpar board. Mind that this is a flex spot, so you can use any hand drop of your choice. Jump into the spell lineup. We play 3 copies of Obedient Skull. This is hands down the best spell in the deck, since if we control non-monsters, it can special summon up to 3 level 2 or lower monsters directly from the deck. Next, let's jump into the powerful one-offs. Play a single copy of Monster Reborn, Melffy Tag and Melffy Hide and Seek. Melffy Tag is a quick play Monster Reborn, especially for Melffys. On the other hand, Melffy Hide and Seek protects every of our beasts the first time they would be destroyed each turn, while also having the ability to shuffle our resources back into the deck. We also play a single copy of Scapegoat, 1 Called by the Grave and 1 Ice Rock Sunrise. Ice Rock Sunrise acts as a Monster Reborn for your beasts, while also decreasing the attack of your opponent's monsters. A Scapegoat might seem as a very old inclusion to the deck, but if you're going first, you have a contingency plan so you can recover next turn, meaning that you can use all the tokens in order to summon powerful link monsters from your extra deck. This card in Ice Rock Sunrise can be flex spots that you can populate with either more hand traps or other cards of your choosing. The last 3 cards we play into the main deck is 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. This is a great hand trap that you can use either going first or second, and can be utilized to shut down some of your opponent's back row. Now let's go into the extra deck. We'll start things off with a single copy of Mrs. Radiant. This is a great Link 2 monster that requires 2 Earth monsters to make. It also boosts the attack of all our Earth monsters by 500, while also decreasing the Wind monster's attack by 400. Also, if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can get one of your Earth monsters back to your hand. Next, we're playing a single copy of IP Masquerena. This card is really great if we want to go into our Nightmare plays and also get some of our resources into the graveyard. Next, we have the Nightmare package. We play a single copy of Nightmare Cerberus, Nightmare Phoenix and Nightmare Unicorn. Cerberus can deal with problematic monsters, Phoenix with problematic back row, and Unicorn can shuffle cards into the deck. Next, we play a single copy of Mech Knight Crusadia Evermax. Scapegoat can provide the materials that we need to go easily into Crusadia Evermax. We can use 2 of the tokens to go into IP Masquerena and Mrs. Radiant and easily link climb to Evermax. And if we use Masquerena as material, Evermax will not be destroyed by card effects, nor our opponent would be able to target it with card effects. Next we have the big boss monster of the deck, Infinitrack Fortress Megaclops. This card is unaffected by other monsters' effects, and it cannot be destroyed by battle except by an Exist monster. Also, it can target an Exist monster in the graveyard, special summon it, and attach a card to it. Then we play 2 copies of Melffy of the Forest. This is our best starter for the deck, since it requires 2 level 2 monsters to make. Detaching a material, it can add any Melffy card to your hand. Also, when your Melffy monsters return to the hand, you can target the monster on the field, negate its effects, and prevent it from attacking while it remains face up on the field. Then we play a single copy of Joyce Melffy. This is another monster that we can make turn 1. By detaching a material, all your Melffy monsters can attack directly. This means that you can easily overlay Joyce Melffy for Zeus. During your opponent's turn, you can return it to the extra deck to revive up to 2 beast monsters from the graveyard. Next, we play a single copy of Melffy Mummy. In these situations that we can attach 5 materials to this card and go for weirder decays. Since we play an Exist based deck, we play a single copy of Divine Arsenal Zeus, the Sky Thunder, so we can wipe our opponent's entire board and go for an OTK after that. Let's jump into our synchro package. We play a single copy of Herald of the Arclight, a copy of Naturia Beast that we can easily make with Rescue Cat, summoning Mind Maul and Valeriphon. It can potentially negate any spell card our opponent activates. Its effect is not once per turn, and usually our opponent hardly ever main decks any out to discard. I never lost a match when I summon Naturia Beast. Then we play a single copy of Cypherem Lord Omega. The only instance where we summon Omega is when we can resolve Gamma on our turn and potentially ripping another card from our opponent's hand. It's also really handy when our opponent activates Maximus effect, then we can return our resources back into the extra deck. Now let's go into our side deck. We play triple copies of Dark Looter No More. Card needs no introduction. This is a great equalizer where we're going second so we can crack our opponent's board. We're playing triple copies of Solemn Strike. This is an amazing card, either going first or second, since it can negate their opponent's monster effects. We also play triple copies of Cozen Match. This card is great in the deck. The vast majority of our main deck monsters are Earth type, so this card can be very devastating against strategies that use multiple attributes, potentially ending their turn. The next card choice is tailored for the meta of my locals. I play triple copies of Dimensional Barrier. You know you're going against a certain Exist Synchro, Fusion or Ritual strategy. The card can really end your opponent's turn and give you a turn to OTK them. Keep in mind that if your opponent Exist summons and you have Exist monsters on the field, the card can affect your own monsters as well. Moving on to the last cards of the side deck, we played triple copies of Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. This hand trap has worked really great against threats you want to remove the body from the field. You can literally swap it out for anything that you want. And that wraps up today's Melffy Deck Profile. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Also, share the video with a friend and I will see you in the Shadow Realm.